Okay, so here is Spotlight's first time on the tilting bridge. This is start to finish. You see, he starts really well, walks right over it, really no worries at all. Pretty comfortable with the whole idea, but he had done it on the ground first. And so now we ask him to step on it where he pushes it down with his feet, and he kind of stops like, oh, what was that? And willing to go forward nicely enough. So I let him hesitate, and I'm trying to get it to rock back and forth here, and I kind of get it, and he's a little bit like, whoa, what was that? So he looks back at me and asks if it's okay, and I said, yeah, we're fine. And we let him kind of hesitate and settle for a bit. And I'm going to ask him to go forward again. And you see right here, he's like, I'm not sure. He realizes it's going to move. So he gets a little uptight here, and he backs off. We don't get worried about that. We're just going to ask him to go right back on, let him smell it. He kind of looks for a place to go that's not there. I said, no, go on forward. And we ask him to settle again. So this time I get him all the way enough that it tilts down. And that's the best way to do it, because then it goes all the way down and it's not constantly moving back and forth. So now I'll ask him to back up a bit, trying to get it to tilt backwards there. And it wobbles underneath his feet, and you can see the tenseness in him, but he's still willing to try. And I say, all right, let's come on forward again. And that's where he's like, no, I don't like that underneath me. It makes me a little nervous to have that ground move. So there, you see where he's balanced right in the middle. So it's wobbling everywhere. He needs to get one more step forward, but he's not willing to do that. He said, that is wrong. The ground is not supposed to move. And in the horse's world, it's not. Heck, in our world, it's not. So I've got to help him through this, though, because this is what's going to make him a reliable trail horse. Is, we're going to get into situations that aren't always great, and he needs to learn to trust me. So right there, I finally get him all the way over, and I'm going to pet him and tell him how good he is. So now I'm going to just try to get him all the way over quite a few times, and I think I got a little too quick on doing the wobbling part, and the truth is we need to get him over a few times. Repetition is our friend before we go into the wobbling. He was doing so great, I got a little greedy, and that happens, and we just, back up a few steps and go back to our foundation. Let's get him back over a few times. And remember, this is his first time, so he's not going to be perfect. So I just need to have a few more trips over this, show him it's okay. He can get on, he can get off, and nothing's going to happen. And by allowing him to get off, he's going to find a little bit of an escape from it and realize that, oh, everything's fine. He's looking back at me there saying, are you crazy? Which we are. So there, I get him all the way on it to where it tilts down. So now I'm going to do something he doesn't expect. I'm going to get off. By getting off, you're showing him the instant release, and you're going to see here in a bit that this is going to help for tomorrow's session. So we're going to switch over to tomorrow, and see he's much calmer about approaching it there, doesn't want to come off quite so fast, and I'm just going to take him over it quite a few times just to show him that, look, this is an on and off obstacle, just take your time. We're going to repeat it a few times. So this time here, he shows a little bit of hesitation, and I just help him through it. And this time, instead of letting him all the way off, I'm going to say no, stop at the end. Trying to be careful that he keeps his feet in the front so it won't tilt back and forth like it did the first day. And we're just going to rest. And I'm going to make those reins loose and just allow him to drop his head, lick his lips a bit, and just relax. Remember, I want to show him that the bridge is the release point, not the scary point. You see, he looks check back with me like, why are we just standing here? And now I'll say, okay, let's go ahead and go forward. So we switched to the next stop on it, and the camera got some sweat on it, so we had to clean it. And in the meantime, I just got back on the bridge, and we're going to try rocking it now. I feel like his confidence is good enough that we can at least attempt it and see how it goes. So he'd be a little bit better if he's there. I backed him up a little bit, get him a little more situated in the middle, and that allows us, if you get in a perfect balance point, you can lean forward and lean back and get it to rock. And this bridge is getting pretty old, so it's on the list to be refurbished. But you see, look at this. He's even just kicking at a fly instead of worrying about that. So there he's looking down. He's like, whoa. But look how well he handled it. He's like, this is weird. And I'm just gonna let him kind of look around because he's not trying to jump off. So I like them to explore what they're seeing there and feel confident enough that they can look at it instead of just, try to get off, try to leave. So I'll back him up again there. And we've kind of lost our balance point, but he's getting there. And look, I love that he's looking back and saying, did I do good? Which of course he did. And so he's showed marked improvement by getting that, when I released the pressure, by getting off on the obstacle, and built up his confidence. And that is something I will do every time now. Even if I just ride in the arena or go for a trail ride, I'm going to actually get off on the obstacle. This is going to be his release point. I'm going to rock it a few times, and every ride I'm going to get off here so he thinks it's the best place ever.